Hello there, and welcome to Vlog 2 of the Resident Evil Regeneration campaign. We are between sessions 6 to 10. We are going to take a break now, and yeah, shit happened. Lots of shit.
So, can we get Ray's perspective on the last, 5 sessions while we have you skull?
Yes. So, the challenge we had with the race, the whole race between like the mountain and the car ride, that was awesome. In Ray's perspective, it was very intense as hell, and he's very sorry what happened to Gen's sister, because he accidentally shot her to try and do some maneuvering. So he does feel bad, and he has to apologize. He hasn't yet, so we'll do it. Shit's going down. Ray knows there's some shit going down around the school, especially the whole what's going on with everyone. From Daniel going unconscious now, Alex moving up to him, giving him the cuddle. Yeah, shit's going down.
Is it bad? I think that was the most traumatizing thing for Ray, is just Alex cuddling him.
No.
Just waking up with Alex cuddling on you.
It beats the jewel, no.
No. Here's a question for Ray.
Sure.
Since we've only got you for a short period.
Yeah.
What do you think just caused you to lose 28 humanity?
I don't. I think Ray has the virus. He's got the virus, and I think he potentially got it from the pool. That's potentially my theory. There are other theories though, or the gas. The gas. Yeah, go ahead.
The gas, or the the time where Daniel went and the big trash thing.
Yeah.
You know how you got cut?
Yeah. I got cut.
You were spilling blood, so there's a possibility that the virus
could have. But it was a very small cut, though. It wasn't insane.
Also, that'd be a really weird place to infect people.
Yeah, if it were Gen, I have a great one as to where it could have come from. But no, I think for Ray, if you guys remember, all the way back in what was it, session 2, session 3, he got jumped by a man.
Yeah, the gas. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about on the ship, because I know we got gassed there.
Not the ship. No, it was the gas dream he had. I think that's where he got infected.
Mm-hmm.
And in that case, the incubation period is long.
That is true. And also sometimes it's really short. So it could be both.
Well, as long as we still got Skull here, I do have one thing I'd like to bring up.
Sure. Go on.
Oh no, the relationship between Ray and Daniel is starting to deteriorate.
Maybe.
Just like his humanity.
Yeah. If Daniel's the first to find Ray as a zombie, he's gonna carry that guilt with him for the rest of his life.
Okay. There's one.
The last thing I said to him was kind of impolite. The last thing I said to him was kind of mean. He just wanted to protect me. I'm a monster.
Oh, I got another great theory.
Sure.
Gen's cooking. You got infected by Gen's cooking.
Yep, that's the thing. Is secretly I'm in on it.
Gen's really like a meth.
Kendo is the hero of the story, taking me out.
Yeah, me and Chris have been talking about this for months. He's really like a meth dealer that's just been cooking it in the back room all this time, and everyone just been getting high off their ass.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that I was secretly playing the villain. I mean, the first time I played Vecna. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Other stuff in terms of Ray, I was happy we had the guests here, and interesting interactions with Anita. I would have loved more with Telmoka. I would have loved some more interaction between it, because I could have seen some similarities between both with like opposite ends of the extreme spectrum. But I was not expecting the Ranika.
Mother had hit Ray with the extremely violent Tomoko.
Yeah. So that was
he
fun.
would protect people by being there, and then Tomoko would protect people by breaking their legs before they become a problem.
Yep.
It would have been interesting had you not gotten that, like, 1 in 20 million chance in that fight.
I am still so sorry, Callista. That was so bullshit.
I kind of wish I was
definitely-
there.
You definitely had the edge in that fight by a long shot. So
Yeah, like, it purely came to luck on both sides.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, with her way of decreasing my attack and her Aikido, I think, being higher than mine, she actually could have beaten me fairly easily.
Yeah, so, I'm surprised it was over as quick as it was, but I did see you guys actually winning that fight. I will say, Callista, I'm so sorry. We did stat your character correctly, it's just this kind of happens. And thank you to both Callista and Hales for joining us in 2 back-to-back sessions.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I was last session.
Loved,
You know.
I love, like, out of character, I love the RTS.
A lot of
Lovely.
different stuff interesting stuff happened in the last session, like Daniel going as far out of his league as I physically think he could have gone at the beginning. Now I don't think he's actually out of the league. Like, as a player, I think he's good,
Yeah.
but as a character,
Yeah.
asking out the cool rocker girl in a dorky and awkward way, which is the only way Daniel was going to do that.
And she said, yes, maybe.
She said, okay.
You know, you got a yes to the school dance, so we'll see how things go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If there even is a school dance, like, that dude, Ray. Oh my god, what if Ray just has tetanus?
It's been latent for like 3 weeks.
I mean, yeah.
It's because he's got such a great immune system that it took it this long to really come out.
I mean, I had the highest body in the group, so like,
Yeah.
You
eventually,
do.
of the body of 10, it's like, no virus will take over me. Oh shit!
Sucks to be you. You thought you were good. Secretly just delays the inevitable. You got no help.
You got no help. 20 humanity lost, bitch.
Anyway.
Uh,
I kind of
Anything
wish I
else
was
from
able to.
Skull while we've got him.
what do you think your mutation is if you get a mutation?
I don't know. I'm gonna leave it for surprise. I'm not gonna guess. Yeah. I want to be surprised. I don't want to guess.
I'm thinking
second guess,
fins.
like,
Just saying.
it could be
Or
anything.
webbed feet, and basically webbing between your
I
fingers.
could, yeah, webbing.
What
He
is
becomes-
this, Cthulhu?
No. He becomes a deep one.
Yes.
How good would it be if the mutations had nothing to do with his character? It's like he starts to grow extra tiny arms, and his torso gets really long, and he gets mandibles.
Oof! You become a spider. I'm sorry, bro. We can't hang out no
Hell
more.
no! Hell no! You out! You out! You get more arms and legs. You out!
Ray just like crawls over his spur, hey guys, and then everyone just turns around with flamethrowers.
Hell no! Goodbye.
Oh God! It was fire.
When you said webbed feet, the first thought that cropped into my head was he's a duck.
Like, what a lame thing to be your monster transformation is you just turn into a duck.
I'll just become.
You're just a very large duck. You're also the most powerful monster there is.
Yeah.
Like, your strength is through the
Like,
roof.
that's a real quack.
Look, guys, I'll just turn myself into a cartoon.
I was thinking that Ray enters the scene in that form and just like, well, guys, I got the virus, but it looks like I took to it like a duck to water.
Yeah. But the Ray getting the first hit of the virus, potentially, man, that's a surprise.
That was a surprise. I thought it would have been definitely again. because of the pills.
My guess was Gen or Alex.
Yeah,
Those are my
same.
two
Oh, what?
potential targets.
Ooh, why me?
You're,
Tergresia.
yeah,
Tergresia, man.
you're
That's
Scar.
been like years. Like how
Guys,
old
he
is he
was
now?
like
14,
fucking
15?
7 when Terra Grigia.
Latent effect.
I would have turned ages ago.
Okay, here's my counterpoint. Gen has been taking those pills since he was like 3.
3, yeah.
What if that latent's the virus of whatever?
Yeah, that's
Maybe.
what I'm thinking too. That's what I was thinking, and why I thought I would be the first one to turn was because that those pills would be the thing that would get into me.
And
You know
Daniel has a
who I'm
less,
really worried
less
for
chance
right
of
now,
coronavirus.
actually?
What do you say, Adam?
You know who I'm really worried for right now, actually?
Who?
Sakura. Because we know by player knowledge that Kenzo is the one who took down Gen. If he's in on it, then it's possible that he might have been partially responsible for what just happened to Rei. And if he wants revenge on Daniel, he would be going after his bodyguards.
You know,
That's a very good theory.
I actually had thought that early on in this session when we started talking, Kenzo could be the villain because he's been here for years. He's been here for way longer than anyone else.
Well, he's done multiple
That is
schools of Marahawa because his family is Chinese politics.
And yeah, so he's had more
Yeah,
access here
Was
than
the
anyone
reveal
else.
of the pills at least like surprising to you, Chris? That like you'd actually had an undiagnosed condition?
Wait, but I got a question. Since he's diagnosed with that condition, then would it also be the same for his sister?
Not necessarily. They're fraternal
she's
twins.
all-
They can have genetic differentials.
Yeah, but the problem is you guys are both taking pills.
Yeah.
I
Well,
guess
that's
you
something
guys would have to
I
get
got-
to Akari and find out.
We'll see. I got a couple, like a minute or so left before I have to go. But there is actually one point I want to talk about Aaron and the test session 10, the Aaron and Ray. I was having an air the whole hypocrite because I as Ray he was stumbling.
How did it feel to have Ray called out on his hypocrisy right
Oh, I
there?
love it. I love it.
Aaron takes no shit.
Aaron takes no shit. 1, 2. Ray was tired at that point, so he wasn't really thinking straight. And 3, and 3. Yeah, he was dancing. I don't. He was
Well,
not
yeah,
making coherent.
Aaron saw that as like you really don't care. You're just like saying what everyone else would say,
Trying to, yeah. Yeah.
and like
it's-
here's the other thing is that Aaron has the reputation at school where he's not really wanted because he wasn't there for his sorting ceremony, and he's
Mhm.
among the poorer class of students there.
Mhm.
So he's already getting double whammied on that.
Mhm.
Then, when Brian died, he was physically blamed for it by everyone.
Okay.
Like, Ray, it was... In Ray's situation, yes, Ray kind of had a hand in it, but none of it was, like, him
He was
doing
never
so.
blamed. Yeah, he was never blamed for it. He blamed himself, but he was never blamed by others. So yeah, that's the difference. That's the difference. I always knew there was a huge difference between what Aaron went through and what Ray went through. And yeah, Ray to a big certain degree is a hypocrite. But that's Ray. Ray is a protective person.
So here's a question for you, Skull.
Uh-huh.
I'm just wondering how Ray felt about about Daniel standing up to him.
Surprised, a little surprised, but also like, oh shit, I was out of line. That's how I thought of him. Because he was out of line. What he said, he was just trying to participation, common sense. Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel is kind of at his he's approaching wit's end with Ray, unfortunately.
Yeah, no. Alexander's also I'm gonna say this because Alexander's getting pretty tired about Daniel getting his case on about getting with Martin. Because I mean, like, he doesn't need the constant reminder, you know, as in and he doesn't need to be told, oh hey, you should get on with this guy, or um,
He feels like he's being pushed to do something that he doesn't feel ready for.
yes, I mean Alexander isn't like fully interested in Martin. He's more like impressed with him.
Okay.
Not to the point where he's I
Well-
want to date you.
Anyway, I have to get going. Apologies, I have to get going
Sleep
because I
well,
need to sleep.
Skull. Thanks for coming
Yep.
out like always.
Yeah, good playing with all of you guys as usual. I will catch you later in well, a while. So,
See you in about a month.
see you again.
Hopefully, you don't lose any more humanity after these months. This month.
Cross fingers. Bye bye. See you.
Yeah, I will say
Bye.
I gave you guys about the shittiest cliffhanger for a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, you certainly did.
But no, I was not expecting my character to be hypoglycemic.
You're gonna have a.
I have a question for both Alex and Chris, actually.
Go for it.
At the start of the session, everybody's least trusted was Daniel because of the junkyard incident. I'm not questioning that. I get it. I didn't want him to do that as a player, but as a character, he forced my hand. However, I'm wondering if the way he behaved during the scene in Alexander's room won back any trust points at all.
I mean, okay. Alexander wasn't really worrying about how you asked for forgiveness. He wasn't really paying attention to it because legit a whole human just vanished like Thanos snapping it away. I mean,
with Alex, it was less the apology, and it was more the just trying to be there for him that I thought might have helped. But
yeah, he did take notice of Daniel being serious about the issue at hand, but when he got the message, it irritated him.
That was partly my bad too, because I didn't quite hear because I was still on my computer at that point.
That's okay. I mean,
Which was I thought that you sent a message that said, "Hey, I have a code."
yeah. No, my message was urgent, help, something happened, I need you all.
I only had
and-
context clues for that because I couldn't quite hear.
Yeah. No, that's okay. I mean,
Player to player, we know you didn't intend to. Push that,
character,
but
character is just
Yeah.
different.
And I feel like the real trust stuff with the group's gonna be happening sooner rather than later.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but once Alexander has a computer and doing stuff, he changes into a different person.
He becomes calmer,
like-
more confident.
Yeah, and he'll give you attitude or all that. I kind of want to make him with a computer he's more confident and all that stuff. But when he's interacting with people, he's awkward, he's nervous, he's.
Honestly, after this last session, I think the person that Daniel trusts the most is Alexander. Because Alexander, once he had his computer, he stayed calm, he was proficient, he was helpful. Gen ran off to get vitamins in a weird pseudo panic. It turned out to be completely justified, but Daniel doesn't know that yet.
Jen didn't know it either.
True.
Yeah, and
Nobody
to be
knows.
honest, I wasn't trying to make him seem panic. He was just like, "Ah, crap, I missed my schedule." I imagine Gen is a very, I have a schedule, I stick to my schedule kind of guy.
I would have. I mean, I would have thought Gan would have had his like at least the pill on him.
He's never had trouble making it back to his room in time.
And
Um,
Daniel just want Daniel's biggest desire at this moment is to be trusted, and that's nothing to do with what was said. It's that he wants to be treated like he is an equal member of the group, like he can take risks as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
that's why I've
absolutely.
seen Daniel.
But because he's so much younger, there's an age barrier to that, and the other characters are going to see this little bitty German kid and be like, "You can't handle it," and he's got that his whole life. That's why.
I mean, if you think about it, that your character is young. He skips years. You're able to advance. You're intellectually more intelligent than all of us. But the problem is, you also have to Daniel also, like I'm saying, Daniel also has to realize that he's younger. Yes, he's also shorter and weaker than on a kid our age, the age of Alexander, of Gan, of Ray, and I think that's what Gan and Ray are trying to tell him. Like, we get that you're trying to prove yourself, but then you also have to realize.
I totally understand that. Daniel just doesn't necessarily see it that way.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's Daniel who doesn't understand it. Like he also has to like.
I feel like the lack of understanding works both ways.
Yeah, it's that lack of emotional maturity on both sides, honestly.
After all, they're kids. They're kids.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that Gen understands that to a degree, and that's why when he was like, "Listen, you know what you did back there was incredibly stupid. I'm glad you're okay. I know you're capable, but please do not throw yourself into danger needlessly."
Do you remember what Daniel said to Gen whenever Gen said that was incredibly stupid?
I know.
Yes, I know. I agree.
Yeah.
Which is why immediately Gen's respect for you went up.
Like, you understood the situation. Yes.
Yeah. He still didn't approve of what you did, but it still the amount of trust he had in you before and after would have been much lower if you hadn't been like, "Yes, I understand. That was a dumb idea. I was trying to impress Viv."
Mm-hmm.
I will say one thing that I do like with Daniel, especially with like the little bit of sass, is I feel like it's him finally standing up for himself in a way, especially with like the residual bullying.
Especially with Ray this session. I did not like. I know that I've stood up for Daniel a couple times. I didn't expect for him to stand up to himself like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a shock. Like, for me, during the whole scene when we were like, when all three of us were talking, when Gan ran away, like, Alexander felt the tension, and he didn't know what the hell to do, and he just like, "I gotta get them out of here. I don't want to deal with this. I got this problem here. I don't need another one. I'm gonna send them out."
And I think that actually really well shows the difference between Gen's relationship with Daniel and Ray's relationship with Daniel. Mm-hmm. Of like, Gen wants to protect you, but if you are at least aware of what you're doing, he'll try and help you, but he won't force his help on you.
Kevin, the Bindi scene. Did that take you?
Ooh, I loved it. I loved the scene.
I rarely get emotional whenever doing tabletop. I was a bit emotional there. That was really well executed by both of you. I know.
I was actually shocked that you were gonna bring Bendy up. I thought it was like sessions more before I got my turn. I was shocked, and I'm like, okay, I gotta think like Alexander. I gotta beat Alexander. I'm like, he feels like this. throughout his whole entire life, Bendy was the shining star of the family. He feels worthless. He feels like he's not enough. So I'm like, I have to get a character. I'm like, what other times did I, as a player, ever felt like that? I'm like, there, and then like I started talking, and then like I just had to go on and on and on because I feel like Alexander never had anybody to talk to about this.
Yeah.
Not even Sarah, his sister. So like
Now
when
that
Bendy
he
mentioned all
does.
this stuff,
I think the part that hit this was just my observation while role playing it with you, Kevin. I think the part that hit Alex like a brick wall was when Bindi said, "Do you think you're a failure?"
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that scene was where,
heavy.
Took a nice,
Yeah.
swing and burst the dam.
yeah. Then I had to like. I also like I thought I forgot that I was me as a player, and I just thought Alexander. I'm like, yes, finally somebody asked me this question.
This is the beautiful point of role playing games is that moment when you are fully in sync with your character. Like you are no longer Kevin, you're Alexander in this moment, and it's a beautiful thing to see.
And I was also like, I also felt bad. Like me personally, I started feeling bad and terrible after speaking more and more. I'm like, I want to cry.
Well, it's a big step for Alexander to actually say these things. I feel because he's never really said them to anyone.
Yeah.
And you can say things to yourself, but it's a whole different thing when you open up and you say it to somebody else. When you leave yourself vulnerable.
Especially the part where he gets the letter and then Benny disappears. That's where like he's like, like it just it broke him in a way that like he was talking to somebody finally and then they just disappeared.
Yeah, they're gone. Like, oh man, I can only imagine. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, like that's why he started shaking and I mean, I bet he cried in his room a little before you guys came.
No.
But like, I was like, I still gotta talk. Come back.
I was so happy that you got the low roll for who was gonna get their scenes first.
Yes. I'm so happy. I'm like,
I'd had that in my back pocket for a little bit, and I did write an equal amount for everyone. It's just I've been trying to figure out the best places to like piece lay stuff for you guys.
And then the whole Mirage thing, the whole Mirage conversation. I'm like, what?
Well, Bindi herself mentioned something along the lines that I don't remember the exact verbiage. Do you ever look at something really far away and it's not really there?
It's not what you thought it was when you arrive. Yeah.
Like a mirage. That's what Alexander said. Alexander said like a mirage, like an illusion.
Yeah.
Like when you expect something but it's not, or like disappointment, or it far exceeds your expectations, like all that stuff. That's what Alexander said. I'm like, where is this conversation going?
Yeah, we all got some deep curveballs this round.
Yeah.
I think I surprised the group too when I had the first bit of revenge from Kenzo come again.
Yeah.
I think everyone expected it to be like at Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not really.
But
More
Daniel
like
has
directly at
protection
Daniel.
is the thing. Who protects those that protect?
The weak.
I'll say, honestly, if Kenzo does something that gets Gen killed, Daniel might end his vow of nonviolence. He might try to kill him.
You are not the only one. Alexander, like, once he gets close to somebody,
Again, next
he holds
month
them
we'll
dearly.
see what happens again.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
The last time any of you saw Gen comforted you and was... I mean, he's always been nice to Daniel. But just like that's the last scene that you two have with him. He didn't really say goodbye. He didn't say, you know, it's been a great time being with you guys. I don't think anyone really said goodbye to him. So there's so much.
He just ran off, and then after he ran off, Daniel said that wasn't a normal reaction to not having vitamins.